I am Groot. Hey guys, I'm TheRadiantDehd, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So we just got home and we have to write a poem. And so, it's giving us a list of words and we have to choose which ones we think correspond with the person we want to impress with the poem. So, I'm going for Yuri. So, let's see. So probably like the darker, more shy-ish words, I guess. Let's go melancholy. I think she said she liked that, right? Crimson? Anxiety. Intellectual. Really? Okay. Suicide? Why is that an option? Oh my gosh. Fear? Broken? What the? Pain? Really? Anxiety? Controllable.
Day 2.
There were a couple of words in there that even worried me a little bit.
Hello, again.
I'm Groot.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 rar.
I'm Groot. I'm Groot.
Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, I am Groot. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Of course it's not, Yuri. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Don't worry, guys. I'm Groot always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
I am Groot.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh. How come? You and I am Groot can become good friends too.
I am Groot.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
I am Groot.
Not really. Don't be shy. Don't say that to Yuri, that's like her best trait. I mean, one of her best traits anyway. It's really nothing.
I am Groot.
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't even thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
Is that so?
I am Groot.
Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
I am Groot.
Enthusiastically take the book.
Phew.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Thanks, Yuri. You're the best. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Yeah! Crap. Think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
I am Groot.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
I am Groot.
Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I am Groot.
There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. She bought me a book.
I am Groot.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
I am Groot.
Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Illuminati confirmed. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? I am Groot.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
I hope so. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
You don't have to.
I am Groot.
Let's slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah.
I am Groot.
That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just...
I am Groot.
I do? Yeah, you apologize a lot. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Oh, she's blushing. I'm Groot. I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them? I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Are you ready to turn the page? I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Are you saying I'm slow? It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turned it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
You think so?
I'm Groot. I'm Groot. I am Groot.
I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But I am Groot. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
I'm Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Oh, you scared Yuri, Monica? I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional.
I'm Groot.
Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. Oh, he's gonna hate me.
I am Groot.
Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? I write novels, even though I haven't published any of them, and haven't really finished any of them since I already started a new one before I get a couple chapters in. So, yeah. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
I am Groot.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
I am Groot.
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Oh my gosh, she's so happy. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. One, that's a cool poem, and two, they're completely right. That poem is freaking awesome. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. Oh, that's freaking amazing handwriting. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I am Groot. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture.
I am Groot.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you. I am Groot.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't always mean I feel that way, you know? Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
You feeling alright, Monica?
Ah, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Are you sure you're okay, Monica?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous talking about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly.
This feels kinda sketchy. I am Groot. If you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Anyway, I guess I gotta show mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can see. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly.
What does the fox say?
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I am Groot.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Well, everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? This is a good poem, I am Groot. Are you sure it's your first time? That's what she said. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you, too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Wow.
That's a masterpiece. I made eggs and toast! My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Oh no. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki reflexively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Clearly about the feeling of giving up. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice after all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And I Am Groot did too.
I got a bad feeling about this.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing stuff. And I Am Groot liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that I Am Groot appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, Yuri, calm down a little bit. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. I was full of myself. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Isn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as I Am Groot started showing up? Both of you realize I don't actually care about that, right? Natsuki! I don't mind fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. I Am Groot! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Both of them like straight up insulted each other. And that makes me feel annoyed to side with either one.
6.5 hours later.
I am Groot.
I Am Groot. See?
Shut up!
You wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I am Groot.
Uh?
I am Groot.
Well, that's...
I am Groot. I am Groot.
Groot.
I am
Groot. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. Aww. She's trapped, at this point being defied only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Yeah, I know. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Now spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. Aww. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki? Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. Thanks, I am Groot. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, alright guys, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what games you want me to play, and leave any criticism you may have for me. And I will see all of you in the next video.
What does the fuck say?
Ha 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 rar.